back, everybody. It's the 5th podcast of
2022? What are we at here?
We don't know what the fuck it's called podcast.
We don't know what the fuck we're doing podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. We're glad you could make it. Glad you could be here, joining around. You know,
doing the things and
having some water. Jason's gonna try to encourage everybody to have some water. He took a sip and turned away from the mic, did not make the sound, and I made the sound, and he just about died. Oh, sorry, everybody. That was
spit up all over the laptop
so
and the mic and everything. Technical difficulties.
Please stand by. Holy doodle, you guys. One day we'll get it all on camera.
One day.
But
yeah,
then,
that was Garrett. My cousin Garrett was asking about that. If it's on video, and we'll see. I mean, we like to be pretty comfy. I'm over here in my best stained shirt.
He's got about 3 days worth of snacks.
Yeah,
snack dribbles on there.
That's egg here. I think that's mac and cheese from the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this might be
some of that cashew
smoothie
dressing
juice
I made.
Oh, that was delicious. Thank you.
And, looks a little white and sticky on your shirt or something.
Oh, the old jizz shirt, I like to call it. You know.
I'm just holding the microphone, so you guys give me feedback if you think this is more bullshit than when I have it in the other part.
I just realized that too. I guess that's the thing.
I kind of feel like more of a news talker, and I'm okay with that.
You kind of look like a nice news talker. Yeah. You're like, first on the scene.
I put my glasses on, so, you know.
Oh, that's your Clark Kent now.
Extra smart. Oh, no. Okay, do other people have problems with their glasses get too close to their eyes, and then they touch the lashes, and then when you take your glasses off, it's got, like, dribbles or whatever?
It's usually one or the other, right? Where it's like either too close to your face and it's all pushing in on your business, or it's like sliding down your nose too far and you're constantly like burp, burp, pushing it.
I think these ones were a good style.
Yeah.
This is my first ever pair of glasses.
Well, helped when the lady jammed them down on your bridge of your nose when she was fitting them.
God.
Like, nobody puts their glasses on like that.
Yeah.
She just like put them on her and then just jammed them down onto her nose.
I think she was trying to like make the dent that will eventually be there. Yeah. Because like all of us Hansons have pretty like, you know, dinty skin. Like if you as you get older, you lose the elasticity in there. And then if you like, you wear a hat for a while and then you got that line from where the hat is, or you fall asleep on the corduroy cushion and
you got that elastic skin going.
You got that fancy stripe face.
It's your superpower.
Yeah.
That and absorbing.
Yeah, it's good
Absorbitron.
times. It's good times. So what you got in the old Professor Fuckpipe over there?
I like that, Professor Fuckpipe.
Well, if you listened to last week's episode, you'd understand.
Yeah. So, but in the pipe, we got the same as last week. I got a pretty fat sack of it for a good deal last week or whatever.
It's Fat Sack Brand. Fat Sack Brand.
Brought to you by Fat Sack.
It doesn't make your throat scratchy. Should be okay.
Yeah, that's the slogan. No, Fat Sack Brand.
Doesn't make your throat scratchy.
It don't make your throat scratchy.
Should be okay.
Yeah, should be okay. That's the tagline too. Should be okay.
It's like, should I smoke this? Should be okay.
Should be okay. Yeah, I like that. Should be okay, Brand.
Yeah.
The Should Be Okay podcast.
Don't have too much to do. Not having to operate any heavy machinery. Just playing with your pet outside or doing some gardening. Should be okay.
Should be okay.
Should be okay.
Fat Sack Brand.
Cleaning your house, doing some laundry.
Reach for a fat sack. You should be okay.
Fat sack.
The difference this week is there's a little bit of finger hash, I guess you'd call it, probably.
Oh, yeah.
A little balled up finger hash that we had from a little bit of
lollipopping.
Homegrown friendly stuff that we got from some friends and stuff. And a little bit
there's
of the
like
old,
a little bushy tree outside that I've been trying to, groomify to get it ready for fall.
Manicure.
Yeah, and
as they say.
they say when you trim off like the extra leaves, it's called lollipopping.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah,
lollipopping.
I was reading about that on this.
I like that.
This new page that I follow.
I wonder what lollipopping means around the world to other cultures and people.
Put it in your mouth and
exactly.
suck it.
Yeah. You go to
That's what I would have
go to
thought.
like a truck stop in Denver or something. Lollipopping might be a whole other
Oh.
thing. Just saying, you know.
So that's where you got the cold sore.
Well, you took it to a dirty thing. Maybe it's just like a super innocent thing, you know, where
Just has to do with sugar on a stick.
yeah, exactly, you
And
know,
your,
where
and your
hey,
mouth.
hey, fellow trucker, would you like to share these lollipops?
Would you like to put this in your mouth? Oh, like share it back and forth. Like I'll suck on it for a bit while
That's not
you're
what I
talking,
meant,
and then you tradesies.
Yeah, exactly. You know. Yeah, well, maybe I get like a raspberry one, and you get like a wowie zowie or something one, and we swap it, and just like, oh, have you tried this one? No, and you swap it back and
Is
forth.
that what the weed brand is? The flavor's called Wowie Zowie?
It is now.
I definitely would start a strain. I'd learn science just to name one that.
Kick into your science book there, your big book of science, and
All right, let's smoke this.
Wowie
and
zowie.
see if it makes a difference.
Well, so far,
See if you guys can tell
you know, see if you can tell what
that we smoked some weed.
that were funnier,
I don't know.
or that were more relaxed.
People are just
you know?
like, wow, your story's going a long time, Bobby. Oh, man. That
People
looks
like that,
it
though.
burned nicely. It's got a nice fluffiness.
I'm really sorry.
Do you want me to tell the truth, or do you want me to tell you I'm sorry?
That's kind of a little private, well, not really a private joke, I guess. It's just a reference to old school. But every time we
He's like,
blow out a big hoot.
Tell me you weren't cheating. She's smoking a cigarette. She's like, do you want me to tell you it's the first time, or do you want me to be honest?
Yeah.
Or whatever the line
I'm
is.
really sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Juliet Lewis,
Yeah.
is that her
Yeah.
name? She's a
sorry.
great
Yeah,
actor.
with Luke Wilson. Yeah, he was just on, what was that podcast? On Conan. Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Super, super quick and unlike me, super. What's the word? I think it's kicking in, you guys. Shit, sorry.
Couldn't even think of the word words.
Might be a short one, or it might be real long.
It's just long and rambly.
So, Jason, I think you should tell us what it was like when you tried what do you call that stuff?
I don't know.
Salvia?
Oh, that really? What made you think of that?
I was just thinking about,
That's
sometimes
great.
when you have, mind-altering stuff, what it's like. Sometimes you can have too much of something, or you gotta find your
Okay.
thing. Yeah, I don't know. I
Um,
don't know.
Did you try it? Have you tried it?
I tried it a couple of times. It was this weird stuff you could get, I'm gonna call it a flap because I don't know what else you would call it. It's
That
like a
sounds
little.
so gross.
It sounds like
illegal.
dirty. Yeah.
That's what we used to call meth. You
Is
get like
a
a
flap?
flap.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I
a
think
flappy.
people got
Everybody
a
would call it flap a
flap a-
grit.
Flap a
Ugh.
Coke or something.
Ugh,
I
that
don't
makes
know.
it so fucking gross.
Anyways, yeah, it was like sort of looked like a little matchbook, I guess, and inside it had a little baggie, and it was like these little dried out nasty brown leaves, and you're supposed to smoke it and then just get really high, but just for a few breaths, and then you'd be like, okay, I'm back down. And there was 10 times, 30 times, 60 times, 90 times or some shit. And,
Yeah.
and so I don't really understand what was what. But I had
The numbers ended up being relatively
Bullshit
arbitrary,
anyway.
sort of. I mean, there was definitely
some that was stronger.
seemed like stronger than others, but I think it was all. I think the less strong stuff was just mixed in with other it'd be like a loose tea or something
and
weird,
added
you know.
some mint in there.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
patchouli.
Yeah, some nice salvia mint. Yeah.
Yeah, so, when I tried it, I just kind of, felt like I melted back into the chair. There was a bunch of us just in a living room all sitting around, some people on the floor just sitting and having a couple of drinks, and we'd played some board games, but it was, later in the night, and, yeah, they're like, here, try this, and I was like, okay, so you just smoked it, and, everybody's talking, and then, you sort of slide, for me, I sort of felt like I slid back in my chair, when people slip into a coma on TV, sometimes they melt into the into the sheet kind of a thing. That's how my experience was. And then all of a sudden I was just like sort of sitting up and like 2 people away, you know, like the salvia had got passed to like 2 other people in the circle of like, say, 6 of us.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like not that much time had elapsed, but it just kind of felt like a, ooh, but you know, like maybe 30 seconds long. So
Total?
yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
It wasn't monumental or anything, or you know.
See, and that's why I know there was different potencies, at least, because there was like lots of people that tried it and were like, "Oh, I giggled for, you know, a good 2 minutes, and then I was good." And I was like, "Oh, good for you, because that's not what happened to me at all."
What happened to you?
Well, and to start off, like with me, I've done
tried lots of different
stuff. Hallucinogenics, I guess you'd say. The guy I lived with for a little while, he was purveyor and acquirer and
connoisseur
and you know, distributor, we'll say, amongst the community, sort of like a Johnny Appleseed, but like
he had some connections.
Johnny Acid Seed, you could say, I guess.
Yeah, had some.
Yeah, and he, you know, he had lots of cool pictures on it. Anyway, we would do it.
Knew a guy who knew a guy.
Where we do like, you know, you do 2 hits or 2 dabs or doubles, I guess, 2 doubles, and I should be talking about this on the podcast, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know, but anyway, we do lots of it anyway.
Stuff.
Yeah, tried some stuff anyway, and I'd never really like hallucinated at all. Like I would see like some orange phases and stuff, or like colors would be a little like the colors of the night would be a little different. And
with salvia?
No, with
other stuff.
Yeah, with other stuff. And anyway, the point that I'm getting to is I was always able to really control. I was always the guy that would talk to the cops. Even if we were all tripping balls, the cops showed up. Oh, bro, there's Jason being pushed out front of the crowd. And so I'd have to instantly sober up and talk to the cops and do all that kind of jazz and get us out of it and really talk us out of it. No, everybody's good. Don't worry, everybody will get home safe. And everybody always did. So, you know, it was all good. I knew I was in good with everybody. So, you know, anyway, salvia. The first time, everybody talked about it, and I heard about it, and, oh, you got to take the phone off the ringer and hide all the knives in your house and everything,
What?
And that was the whole big thing. It was like, oh, you're going to go crazy on this shit, and I was like, I'm surrounded by knives and weapons and swords and shit. That's my thing. I'm like, oh, shit, okay, that's not going to work.
So go to the park?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
So I ended up just, like, closing all the shades in my apartment and everything, and I had my buddy Lonnie over, and it was like, I want just like one person there, somebody that I trust,
buddy
just
system.
in case, and I knew that
don't know what's
he
gonna happen.
Wouldn't fuck with me, or anything really when I was done. He wasn't that kind of guy, and so then I still remember like taking the first hoot off the pipe, and then putting it down, packing another bowl real quick, and then taking a hoot off of that, and then forgetting. By the time I put the pipe down, I forgot what I had just done, like literally, like, and it was the first time that's ever happened to me on any drug. I was just like, whoa, I literally forgot, like I forgot I'd just taken a hoot and the pipe was in my hands before I even put it down on the table yet.
Like
that was weird.
Gap.
So then I don't know, I don't know if people like the conveyor belt, like on a farm that rolls like potatoes up the long conveyor
or
belt
like
and
if you're
stuff.
putting your hay up into the hay loft,
exactly.
you plop it on one of those things. Okay.
Yeah. So out of the top right corner of my apartment building, I saw that just tear ass right through the top corner of my whole apartment building. It was like tearing into the roof and like all my stuff and my shelves and everything. It was like, whoa, what's going on? Holy shit, what's happening and stuff. And then it was like, it started catching me with it. And like, I felt like I was like
you're
all my
caught
shelving and stuff was pushing up against me, and I'm caught against a thing and I'm trying to fight against it and everything. And I look up and I see Lonnie, and apparently he says, go with it. And I hear roll with it. So I just like, doo-dee-doo-dee-doo, start rolling like a fucking potato on this conveyor belt, literally rolling in the middle of my apartment building.
Oh my God, just in the middle of the floor?
And then I had like this awesome big long wooden desk thing. It was wicked. It was like a one-piece wooden thing. And I got pushed hard against that and just like, oh, what the hell? And it like squeezed me out. And then I remember looking down the hallway of my apartment building and seeing myself.
So you're out of your apartment at this point?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, like it was like a decent hallway between the bedroom and the bathroom and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
okay.
still in
You're
my
still within your own.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
locked the door to make sure that wasn't going to happen. You know,
You weren't getting away on Lonnie
exactly.
or anything.
Yeah, caged, chained
gone
down,
rogue.
like a werewolf kind of scenario. So
Holy
anyway,
shit.
I look down the hallway and I see myself, like on my elbows, laying down, looking at me,
Like on your
scared
back, laying on
shitless.
your elbows.
Yeah, on my back, on the
Oh,
floor.
because there's a mirror at
like
the end of the
this.
hallway.
Not at all.
Oh,
Not at all.
but
I
you were
was
just
seeing myself looking at
existential-
me, who was super scared. So then the weird thing is I start I'm all sweaty, just like dripping goo sweat, and I'm crawling like a military style at myself, going to myself down the hallway.
Oh Lord.
And then by the time I was sort of came out of it, because I could feel myself with each crawl sort of coming back to normal, and then I flopped down on my elbows, exactly like how I'd seen myself in the hallway, and then I was done. I was out of it, and I was
Like you saw yourself at the end
at
of
the end
your
of
trip.
my own trip.
You're like, oh, okay, like you read the last page in the book of your adventure.
Yeah, I already knew how that was going to end, and I'm good with that. And
weird.
I just remember going holy shit, what was that? And Lonnie was looking at me at the end. Holly's like, holy, what happened there, man? It was just crazy.
From Lonnie's perspective, you're just rolling around like a giant potato.
I'm a 400-pound potato rolling around in my apartment building with all my stuff in and everything. And oh, yeah, I wish I would have recorded it.
And that was last week?
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a ways back.
Yeah, 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Oh, we've been together 12. So.
Red Deer days. So 23-ish. I was 23-ish.
Back
probably.
in the day.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was a weird drug that was legal to get. You could go to your pot shop or was it smoke?
Head shop is what everybody
or
called
even
it.
the cigarette store. Could you get it sometimes there
maybe.
with the papers maybe? Or something?
I don't think so. I think it was just weed shops, and even then it was
because it was sort of being sold under the guise of incense or something like that, and that's how they sort of skirted around it. But people were actually smoking it and then getting pretty fucked up. But it was a short-lived thing. I think it was only on the market for a year or two, and then they pulled it because they were like, no, people are rolling around like potatoes on conveyor belts.
Everybody started doing their own. They did catch video, and that's why they're banned it.
No.
Okay, everybody watch this. This is what could happen. Do you want this guy rolling around your neighborhood?
You were like the squished egg
things.
in the display of, this is your brain on drugs.
I was so sweaty. So then I tried it again after that too.
What?
And of course I was like, I'm going to control this. I'm going to just figure out a way that I can have some but stay within a nice zone.
You're trying to find your boundaries.
It was
could it
weird.
be a thing?
It was really weird. I don't know if we got time for another story or not. But,
I don't know.
So I'll make it quick because I got so sweaty on the first one. The second time I was all by myself. This time I was like, okay, I'm going to be by myself.
Okay. It was a couple weeks later or 6
probably,
months? Or...
a couple weeks later probably, And sit myself down in a nice comfy chair, and I put a big fan on the left side of me and a big fan on the right side of me and just cranked them on at 3 and just
so it's just
it's just a vortex of cool air.
Okay.
And I put on a Spider-Man cartoon. And one that I'd seen 100 times, 1,000 times, the old Amazing Spider-Man cartoon and stuff. So I was like, it's something I know that'll keep me sort of grounded and everything.
It's not going to be scary?
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, no, I know this one, no big deal. I'm not thinking I know the specific episode or not.
Oh, no.
So part of the Spider-Man thing, it comes later on. But at first, it's because of the fans and everything. So then, okay, I'll take, I took, I think, 3/4 or half of what I did the first time.
Okay.
Thinking it won't last as long or it won't be as strong. One or the other. I don't know. I wanted to figure it out. Okay, is it going to be just as strong, but half as long?
It's like Alice in Wonderland. How much?
Eat me, exactly.
How much of
the
this
mushroom
biscuit do I eat?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So then, I don't know if you've seen the movie Constantine. Oh, yeah, you have. I know you have.
Love
but
it.
when he's in hell and there's all the buildings and the cars and everything, and they're all being peeled and
it's
swooping
windy
sand
and the
almost
stuff is
blowing
kind
off.
of coming apart.
Yeah,
Looks
exactly.
Like
but the stuff
fabric.
is still stays there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm being loud. I feel I'm all jacked up now.
Oh, it's that Coke you had there.
Coca-Cola. Let's make sure everybody knows that.
What?
Coca-Cola. I'm holding it up to the camera that there's no camera.
We talk about other drugs, but we're only doing the marijuana.
Yeah, let's
and
just
a bit of
let's just be
kombucha.
sure. I'm pretty much clean nowadays.
Booch.
You know, the booch you got there.
This is guava goddess.
It's a good stuff.
By Synergy.
Synergy. There you go, Synergy people. At Synergy. Anyway, so my because of the fans on me, my arms, I look down, and they're literally doing the same thing as the stuff in Constantine, where the skin is like sloughing off like sand.
Off.
It's like peeling off and then like peeling off my arms, and I'm like, but it's not hurting. It's just looking really weird, and I'm like, holy shit, okay. But I'm still in my living room, in my chair, TV going and everything, so that I look up and on the Spider-Man episode, it's the one where he becomes Man-Spider, and he grows 8 legs and becomes this grotesque beast. And literally right as I look at the TV, it's the spot where he's changing for the first time, and it's like, and it's full spider eyes and legs at the TV, and I'm just like, holy fuck, and I was just freaking out. Oh my god, my arms and everything. And then just right at that time, totally came out of it. And I was like,
it's really quick.
My arms were totally fine. I was like, holy shit. The chair was just soaked with sweat. And the wasabi of drugs. That's great.
Because it's so
fast. It's real hard, but it goes away pretty quick.
Okay, I'm better.
That'd be you if you were lobbying for like the Salvia board of awesomeness.
Really, it's just the wasabi.
It's like the wasabi of drugs, you know, you guys. It's totally fine.
Might kick you in the nuts, but you're gonna recover.
They have wasabi at every deli.
5 or 6 breaths. Oh man,
It'll be totally fine.
I tried eating weed cookies one time.
Oh yeah.
Did I tell this story already?
Not on the podcast. To me, I think.
Anybody hear about this? Yeah, I went camping with some friends. They were having like a staff party, and I got to go along. And they took this little skiff boat over to an island, and would just go get drunk and eat these pot cookies. Sounds innocuous enough. So we set up our tents. Everybody's drinking. There's like, the people in the tent next to us were like a 26er in, so she's pretty loaded, and she's like wrestling people in the sand, and it's starting to get a little crazy.
Do you think that's like a Canadian thing, a 26er in? Or do you think everybody says that where there's...
I don't
know. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Cut you off anyway.
Yeah, it's like a full-size bottle of booze.
Yeah. 750 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well, that's Canadian, I guess. 750 mil.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. Bottle, but not the big bottle. So everybody's prancing around. There's music going on. Everybody's getting all buggered up and for this camping night, and Jeremy shows up, and everybody's like, "Hey, Cookie Monster's here!" And I was like, "Oh, what's that? Weird. Okay, not sure." And then next thing I know, I'm getting handed like a cookie, and then a cookie for my friend that I was there with, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And they're like, "Yeah, these are Cookie Monster's cookies, though." And I'm like, "But I can eat them." And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, but I didn't." This was my first time at one of these gatherings with these folks, and I guess Cookie Monster has the name Cookie Monster because his cookies are powerful.
He's got the name for a reason. Obviously, like he's a memorable dude.
Everybody's in their early 20s, and they're like, "No, I need more." So I eat my cookie, and I'm not that drunk, and I'm doing pretty good, and my friend's taking a nap in the tent, and then I ate half of their cookie, because I was like, well, fucking, it's taking you so long.
Classic.
Yeah, and then go over to the beach, and the drunk wrestling chick, she's like, "Oh, I can only have, like, half of this cookie, because it's, like, they're heavy duty," and she's already, like, day drunk by 3 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, so I ate the other half of her cookie. So now I'm 2 cookies in, and I mean, I'm a big girl, and I, been doing weed for at least 8 years.
Doing the pot, as they say.
Pretty daily.
As my mom would say.
For about 8 years. And, on and off with some breaks, but, so no rookie, and all of a sudden, it starts to kick in, and I was like, greening out, I guess they call it, or where you've just had too much, and I wasn't enjoying it, and my heart was racing, and I thought I might die, And so I was like, well, I'll just swim to the hospital because it's like right there, and like the town with the hospital is right there, and it wasn't right there, you guys. It would have been a hour and a half boat ride across.
Yeah.
But there was, and so nobody's taking me to the hospital, or they're like, you're fine, go lay down. So I go back to the tent and lay down, and a friend gives me a glow stick and has to like just, you know, sit there with me with my glow stick for an hour or two till I finally fell asleep, and then they went and had the rest of their night. But yeah, so I've been leery about eating anything.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
I got no problems with that. You know that, but
yeah, you could.
My stomach's like, as far as that kind of stuff goes, I'll have like 4 brownies to somebody's like half.
Those.
It's just almost no point for me. I find it. What's the point? It's just a waste of drugs.
We've had gummy bears where you look pretty relaxed afterwards.
I guess. I mean,
yes.
I don't know.
You just don't have them
how many
very
gummy
regularly.
bears? 20?
No. Like
10 gummy bears?
No, not the store ones, but the ones that.
Oh, those big ones.
Yeah. Yeah,
I guess even then, I don't know. I don't know how much.
I think because you think that it's
10 o'clock
going
at
to be
night
a
and
waste on you.
Napping on the couch anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Anyways.
I just know other people that like everybody's like, oh, be careful, don't eat too much of it, or you just have half.
That's how I thought I'd be.
And
with
then I'll
these
have
ones,
like 2.
Yeah.
And then I'm totally fine usually. And,
yeah.
You know, good to go. But I could operate heavy machinery.
For you, Jason.
You know, well, it's not a story battle contest.
Well, it seems like it maybe now.
You know, really took that to heart there. You know, I was just saying.
Yeah.
That's how my body is. You know,
the first time I tried,
it's my fast metabolism.
First time I tried mushrooms with some friends. Other time we'd gone camping somewhere else, and I didn't really know the people very good yet. It was like my roommates, like bandmate friends.
Oh yeah.
And so we'd all gone camping, and there's like, you know, like, hey, let's put some mushrooms in this chili. So then I wound up just like staying in the tent, and I remember feeling like I was like in a fishbowl. So I had the tent like. It was like close enough to the fire that I felt like I was still like everybody's in like their, you know, comfy chairs and stuff, and then I'm in my tent with it like just the flap down but the zipper netting up to keep the mosquitoes out, and I felt safe in there, and I was like
turtle.
Yeah, and I could like there was moon was beautiful, and like it seemed like the trees were breathing, and it was all very like, yeah, okay, I like this.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey. You guys partying over there?
I'm protected, and we're all right here. It was a mellow thing, though. Like
Safe in my shell.
Yeah, we were all just sitting around being relaxed. It wasn't
great.
like people were trying to drink till they puked or anything.
Yeah, I don't know how you got on the drugs thing. The mushrooms thing reminded me that in my hometown, or the town that I grew up in, there was a certain restaurant, and you could show up with some mushrooms, and they would put it on the pizza for you.
Oh, I heard about that.
I don't want to say the name or whatever, but yeah, I seriously doubt they do it anymore, but back in the day. And it was gross. I never liked it, ever. It was disgusting. I just, like, eat a shitload of mushrooms, choke them down, and then eat the pizza after. It's like a chaser, you know. But.
Yeah, mushrooms are hard to get down. The one friend had said to do it with chili, but I found, you know, and they just put it in the chili, and there was, like, enough for 5 people. And I think some people got, like, 4/5 of the dosage.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely didn't get as much, and I was very grateful for, but there was a couple other people that were really messed up.
That's the problem with, like...
But they were more experienced, and they handled it.
Oh, yeah. That's the problem with doing it like that. We did it in, like... spaghetti sauce one time, and again, it was gross. I didn't like it. I just like it's more the novelty of like, hey, you know, eating the mushrooms and let's get all fucked up on spaghetti.
I went to West Edmonton Mall. Ooh. The first time I'd ever been to West Edmonton Mall, and somebody had given us this tiny little bit of mushrooms, and so I'd like melted down these chocolate chips, ground up this super dry ass fucking little bit of mushrooms, stirred it in, and then we flew to Edmonton, and then got to go to West Edmonton Mall, and I was coming from the coast here, and
I thought you meant you ate it and then flew on the plane.
No, we traveled with it, which is probably worse, but it was in like a little container, and it was like, it just looked like hippie chocolate, like a hippie homemade chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to West Ed and chomped down on it, and we wound up hanging out inside there's like a brass whale. I don't know if you guys have been to West Ed, but we went to the brass whale and then like hung out in there for like, I don't know how long, not that long.
Let's specify, it's literally a big brass whale that you can go in the mouth. It's not like a cool bar or pub named the Brass Whale or anything. It's like a legit big brass whale that you can walk inside of and sit on a bench.
It's not that big. It's not like the size of your bathroom or anything. It's like the size of like if you're getting in your car. Like maybe a Volkswagen Bug kind of the mouth size.
I remember it being like pretty big. But maybe, I mean, I was smaller then.
Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah, I would say it's about the size of a Volkswagen Bug, and then like the mouth's maybe a little bit wider. There's like a little platform, along the mall where you can like walk and go in there. So we hung out in there until most of the shops closed, which was like only like half hour or something. Just people watched as things started to get a little weird, and then we went to like what's that store that has like all the lava lamps, and is it Spencer's?
Spencer's is what it is now-ish, but it's San Francisco back in the day.
Yeah.
San Francisco? It might have been Spencer's back then.
Yeah, it was Spencer's, and we went and like checked out all the weird stuff and the blacklight responsive stuff, and then we went to Fantasyland.
Yeah, hey.
Because everything looked like big poofy marshmallows in there, and it sort of looked like the carnival horses, though. Oh my god, because they're all twisted up in these like crazy facial expressions, and the horses are just looking like, I'm in pain, kind of look on their face. And I was like, I can't sit over here and look at the merry-go-round because those horses are in pain.
Well, you being a horse person, that'd be the first thing you'd look at.
Just like for real, that they're like it's like a fake horse. I'm like, but why would they make it look like they're like? It's the end of the world.
Yeah, I assume it's all about like, the writhing stallion. I've got lots of power in my super stallion legs, and look at me.
Yeah, when they design them, I'm
full
not
of
sure.
Fire and fury, and
they're supposed to look like an angry racehorse or something.
Yeah, I think that's
and
the whole
usually
thing.
Get
like,
yanked on,
whoa,
so they're like,
look at me riding on this horse.
I like that pole movement, Jason.
Like,
you guys are missing out.
Got that going there. You
guys are missing out.
Speaking of horses, do you want to talk about your horse thing at all?
Horse news? News talkers? Oh, nice, yeah. So it's like, Volkswagen Bug size.
But you can walk in, I remember there was like
a
little bench thing you could sit down in and stuff. And
that's where I sat while the mushrooms kicked in.
That's sweet.
Highly recommend sitting in that spot if you had just a little bit of mushrooms. And the mall's too bright.
There's no way it's there anymore.
It was there, and then it like left, and then it sort of came back, and it was news a little while ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I guess they cycle all that stuff through. They have it underneath. Somebody was like complaining that the dragon at the West Edmonton Mall, that the dragon's not out or hasn't been out for like 15 years or something like that. But, and supposedly the pieces for it are down in underneath. They're used,
Yeah, hey?
You used to be able to go
just
to the
rotting
movie
apart
theater.
In the basement.
Yeah, I think it just got under disrepair, and then, probably cost a lot of fuel. Because it would play that music, right?
Yeah.
It was like down by the movie theater.
Sorry, I can't remember how it went, but
Are
it
you
was all...
doing the Rainbow Connection again, Jason?
It's a good song.
Loves Kermit the Frog.
My favorite pop singer of the 1980s.
Yeah, that dragon thing, your whole face would get like hot. Your hair would be all hot after, because it would like blast flames.
Literal flames, yeah. It was all propane powered and everything.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh shit, it's 3 o'clock. We got to get back over there because the dragon's going to do its thing. And it was like the suspended dragon from the ceiling, and they'd play this castle music, I guess. Fantasy castle music.
There you go, yeah. That's
perfect. And then it would it blow it out its nose or its mouth? I don't know.
We'll have to look up the video.
Yeah. It was a good time. Shout out to West Edmonton Mall, yo!
Holy shit, the amount of times I spent there.
Bought some Warhammer shit there.
Oh, yeah?
Ate at the food court.
Oh, yeah. I ate at the food court there so many times. And then we'd go to this baguette shop that was there.
What?
It was like a sandwich place. It was so good. Oh, man. You'd get like big old sandwich out of this baguette bun. It was on Bourbon Street on West Cemetery Mall. Yeah, not in the food court.
Yeah, Bourbon Street. That's where I got dragged off the frickin' vegetarian train.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I was with somebody who was like vegetarian, and I think we'd been together like 5 years and hadn't eaten a lick of meat, and had gone off dairy because someone pointed out that dairy is actually, comes from an animal too, and probably shouldn't be eating that, so fucking there goes cheese. And then, randomly, just like, hey, I'm gonna get a burger. I was like, wait, what? And just like totally just ordered a burger, and I was like, well, okay, I'm getting a chicken Caesar salad, and like thinking we were like just joking around and gonna give the food to like, pick it off and give it to the person we were with.
Oh.
We were with Chris. Yeah. And I was,
same thing.
Yeah, I was like, go for dinner with Chris and go see the Sin City, I think. Yeah, and then it came, and I was like, okay, you're just eating that hamburger? Like, we didn't talk about not becoming vegetarian or anything. I was like, well, fuck, I'm only not eating meat because you're not eating meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was full for like 2 days, too. I was like, those because they put a couple chicken strips on your Caesar salad and no meat for...
It just sits in your belly for...
5 years, yeah, for sure.
After that long, yeah.
Yeah, I remember going home after the movie and, that and some popcorn, and I was like, damn, I don't think I need to eat ever again.
Needed, like, some lentils to push it through or something.
I don't know. Beets.
So, hadn't you guys just moved from BC to Alberta? Or something, though? Wasn't it? No.
Yes. Yeah,
it was
just
like...
moved out there.
It's easy to be a vegetarian
you go back
here,
to Alberta, the beef does taste good,
It's very good, for sure, but I think it's more just, I don't know, it's there, and there's less well, it's probably different now. It's been however many years since we were there, but, maybe there's lots more vegetarian and vegan options now, but,
I clicked my microphone in because I was smoking that bowl, but now it's way better.
Yeah, that's way better, for sure.
That's way better.
How's this, then?
Oh, well, cut that. We'll start all over.
Cut that all.
Hey, guys, welcome to the program. We're back at program time again. Just kidding. Well, I think that's it for today, folks. Love you guys. Thanks for joining. We're going to do a little mini-sode or quickie.
I like quickie.
Jason likes the quickie. Okay, guys. Well, love you guys. Like, share, leave comments, ask questions. Feel free to reach out to us or whatever. And looking forward to talking to you next time. Sorry there wasn't any vagina talk on it like we predicted the week before, but this was a bit drug heavy. But I think we're going to be okay. All right, guys. Watch out for our mini-sode. Keeping it tight.
Love you guys.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us. And you're putting up with our shenanigans.